Hey there. Today I want to talk about keyword research and the process for analyzing and doing keyword research and how we get that data and what we use it for. So I'm going to assume that you know about how to use the keyword tools in SEMrush. Here I have a template one for web hosting in Keyword Manager. So after you've gone through the process in SEMrush and found the keywords you're looking for, you export them to a Excel or CSV file, and we upload it and we data dump into this data tab in our keyword research template, and we just put the keywords and the numbers, appropriate pertinent SEO numbers, in this data tab. And then there's several columns there that do some processing and cleaning of the data, and then it brings it into this process tab, and I've got it ordered with search volume. So there's quite a lot to this, so I'll talk you through it. We have the usual keyword difficulty, the pay-per-click CPC numbers, competition metric, number of organic results, and then we distill those down into potential and a difficulty category, difficulty score. And from those metrics, and then these other metrics, we run a formula to come up with this KEI, Keyword Effectiveness Index value. And we use this as a guide. We don't use it strictly. We just use it as a guide. So if you're comparing two different keywords that nominally have very similar organic metrics, but the KEI value shows that one's particularly better than the other, then that would be the one that you target. It's also where feedback loop from a pay-per-click campaign can be very useful. If you have two very similar level search volumes and competition difficulty keywords, but one converts better, that's obviously the one you would target organically. So this doesn't capture that. There is a PPC element to this as well, which I'll talk you through. So what we do is we use these numbers and these metrics to make selections. So you have to manually go in and make a choice here. We set a primary category. That's the main content or the theme of the site. Google talks about main content. So we have a main theme, our primary target focus for the entire site. Everything's trickle down from there. And then we identify which ones are initial targets, which are mid-range targets, and which are long-range targets. And we go through all of those, and there's a separate process we have for aligning the selected keywords with content. And I'll talk about that another time. So what we do with that is the instructions tab in this tell you how to go and process those. But what they do is we then distill those down into what the primary keyword is, what the initial targets are, the mid-range, the long term. Then I have this $0 PPC tab, so it's not $0, it's a threshold. So we usually set that a threshold of $1, and this identifies low cost pay-per-click opportunities. And you may well find here that there are some keywords that competitors are ranking for organically, and there's low cost per click value. So that's just an indication that might be something worth targeting. So we extract that from this data and this research too. We also distill it out into low keyword difficulty as well. And low keyword difficulty ones are usually good opportunities for blog posts. You usually rank fairly well on these low keyword difficulty ones. And then any particular branded keywords that come in there as well. There's an intent section. I haven't yet updated this spreadsheet to use SEMrush's new intent category, but I plan to very soon. And then we do some data processing on those numbers, and we come up with a traffic projection graph. So this is just a projection, and it's based on an SEO campaign being properly effected and done. It gives you an indication of what kind of traffic you could expect from those target keywords. And this is useful to help focus and align content. It's the initial part of keyword research. There's a completely separate aspect of keyword research to this as well, which is, so I term this as traditional keyword research, very analytical and metric driven. Then there's what I call modern keyword research, which is looking at the actual search intent, looking at the SERP, the results page. What does Google return? I use the example if you're trying to rank an e-commerce page, product page, and the 10 results for your target keyword are all how-to type blog posts, probably not going to rank that page no matter what you do, because it doesn't meet the SERP intent. And then the other aspect of that is you can look at all of the different SERP features that are there on different pages. That tells you a lot about the intent behind the page as well. And then if there's a knowledge graph, that helps you understand what that keyword and search is related to. So that's the more modern thematic-based keyword research. This right here is the more traditional analytical-based approach, and we use them both. We use a blend of them. They're indicators, they're not absolutes. And so we use this template. It makes the keyword research process quite efficient. It gives you some hard quantifiable data. It gives you a traffic projection, and it's a pretty efficient way of doing keyword research with some real, hard data behind it and quantifiable outcomes. So, yeah, I hope you like this, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks.